We take you on a trip to a cauliflower field, and which is one of the big crops we grow in the vegetable market here in Yuma County and also in the desert Southwest, because Imperial County grows also a lot of vegetables, as much or more than we do here. But Rick Rademacher's with me from Cellular American Company. And Rick, this is an amazing operation that they have in the cauliflower field. First of all, how long has this crop been here from start to finish before the harvest?
It's been here since late August or early September. It takes a long time to grow cauliflower.
Now, do you plant these crops by seed, or do you plant them by seedlings?
We do it all by transplant. Everything we plant for cauliflower is by transplant.
All right, now, you have how many plants to the row? You have 2 plants to the row or 1?
We have one row per bed, and the plants are about 10 to 12 inches apart.
All right, now this field here, that you say this has been harvested before, how many times will they go through this cauliflower field?
They'll go through it 2 or 3 or 4 times if they have to.
Now, I notice it's pretty wet out there, and you keep this kind of wet and damp, don't you?
Cauliflower is a crop that you have to keep wet. It's basically an immature flower bed that we are harvesting, and so if you keep it wet, it keeps the head together so we can harvest it.
Let's talk about the harvest of this. These are unusual people that are up here. First of all, the men that and women too that come up and cut the head off, they are expert with those knives.
Yeah, those guys are really good. I'd probably lose a couple fingers if I tried it, but they are very, very good at trimming that head out.
How close do they have to trim it? How much of the leaf do they have to get off?
They have to get all the stems and petioles, the midrib down to no more than just around the outside of the head is all they want.
Now they put it up on this belt, and this is all these things that you do in this wagon are remotely or handled by some type of equipment. You have belts and everything?
Yeah, this is kind of a packing house on wheels is what it is. The belt carries the heads along, and they'll wash it with water. They'll select it for size, they'll wrap it in cellophane, and then pack it into the flats.
Now, what happens here on the rig itself? Now, I see the women bring the heads in there, and they're all wrapping them in certain foils.
Yeah, they're wrapping it in a cellophane bag, actually, and then they size it out by sizes, 9 to a carton, 12 or 16 to a carton.
How do they determine that?
Experience, eye-hand coordination. They know what size they need.
All right, then the fellow down here is packing them. He selects different boxes for the different size heads and then puts them up there?
A packer will have about 3 boxes that he runs, and he'll pack it according to size, 9, 12, or 16.
Rick, what is the market looking for when they get cauliflower?
They want a head that's perfectly white. They want it as white as they can get it. They need something that's got a nice dome to it and real tight curds, and something that is very pretty to look at.
Is this, like broccoli, also an exportable product?
We export some, but not much. It's mostly for domestic use.
And, of course, the demand for it is pretty high these days.
Yeah, the cauliflower market's been very good so far. It's down right now, but so far it's been very good.
Rick Rademacher, who is the Southern Regional Manager for Cellular American. We're at a cauliflower field, and that's the story on NBC News Channel 11.